So Brady got a ball on the break. However, I think looking at the monitor, it looks like he might have enough space between the 1 and the 5 to cut that one in the corner. The difficulty's going to be the 2 ball is right by his elbow where he's at the table, so he might have a little difficulty getting over there. Nope. Nicely done. Nice. Nice 2-rail shape onto the 5. Oh, really nice. Nice to draw that cue ball out. A lot of players would have scratched there. You put just a good enough draw on that. He's got some angle on the 7. He's going to come off the side rail and the bottom rail. And he wants to come up above. Very nice. 3-rail shape onto the 8. Very nicely done, Brady. Very nice out. I think that was kind of a statement game from Brady. You know, not letting the kid think that he could get ahead of him that far, you know. And that is, you know, kind of the nature of Nineball, that if you can get string a couple of racks together, it's harder to come from behind when it is a winner break format, obviously. But Brady's doing a good job of getting back into this match. And a bit of a cluster off that break, so not as clean of a break as we've seen from Brady earlier in the day. He might be taking something off his break just a little bit. He does not have a great look at that 1 ball. We might see him push out here. Push-outs are probably the thing that scares me the most in Nineball, because I'm really just not sure what to do. And I think it's because, you know, there's so many things that go into the push-out, and it's too much for my little brain to comprehend. Wow, look at that shape you would add on the 2. Man. That's, And Miguel's going to use all of those balls down there to be nice blockers. But I think he might have come out far enough, that 1 ball might have come out far enough that Brady might be able to see that 1 ball enough to cut it into the corner, but the issue's going to be coming all the way back down for the 2 ball. So that could be just another opportunity for him to play it safe. And the cue ball rolled behind the 8, so Miguel has to either masse around this 8 or probably come 2 rails. Nutmeg can get it off a 1 with the 1 ball. And avoided running into the 4 ball, so he has created another blocking situation for Brady. For those of you that are waiting with bated breath for the updated brackets, Adrian is working through those now, trying to get those all squared away. And as soon as she has that updated, she'll be posting that online. And again, there's a link above the chat window. It just says bracket boards. We are extremely creative here at Rail to Rail Productions. So we have a couple of standing questions for those of you that are in the chat room for today. One question is, if you could give any piece of advice to a new player, but one piece of advice only, what would it be? And the other one is, which game, 8-ball or 9-ball, do you have to make the most adjustments in based on what your opponent is doing? So which games do you have a plan, and you have to change that plan. Which game do you have to change it in more often? So, Weaver, have you seen Miguel play very much? Miguel can play his fair share of safeties as well, and he has a lot of talent to get out of most predicaments. So I'm thinking it might be more of a draw than just a straight Brady win. You know, I can understand picking Brady. Brady's very talented. Very nice shot by Brady. What I see here is he just follows the 6 up, takes the 7 up, follows that, takes the 8 in the opposite corner, and then he comes back down for the 9 in the same corner where he's going to shoot the 6. And he's out. And just like that, we have a tie match. He did a little bit different than what I thought he was going to do. He drew that cue ball back and came off the long rail to take the 7 down on the corner. He's given himself some angle here. I'm not sure that he really wanted all that angle. Well, he doesn't have that much of an angle looking at the monitor. It looks like more of an angle just trying to see the table. So let's see here. There we go. One, 2, he wants a fairly good sized bounce. He doesn't want to be right on the rail there. He's got some distance here, which is going to make it a little bit harder. But There we go. So Brady has tied this match up at 5. Oh, no, wait. Brady has gone ahead 6-5. So Brady is now on the hill by my reckoning. I believe that is the correct score. Ball on the break. And he gets a double kiss off the 2 ball, so I don't think he has any sort of shape on the 1. So that could be a little bit of a problem for Brady here. Let's see what happens. So Brady's going to push out here because he didn't have any kind of a look at that 1 ball. So here's a question for those of you in the viewing audience. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you're planning a push out? What is the one thing that you're most focused on? Okay, difficulty of shot. That's a good one. And I'm assuming you're meaning, Suarez, that how difficult will the shot be for your opponent versus how difficult the shot is on the 1 ball? Or whatever ball you're on. Yeah, Leo Violet, who's one of our regular commentators, he talks a lot about putting your opponent in uncomfortable shooting positions. That's a big advantage. How about some of your other viewers? What are your thoughts regarding push-outs? What's the first thing that's in your head? Yeah, rail shots are difficult. For a while there, I was in this mode where if the cue ball was on the rail, I'd always just miscue off the top of the cue ball, or I was hitting my hand on the table and miscuing that way. Yeah, it's not very fun. And you fall into those, when some of that stuff starts to happen to you, you fall into this thing of, am I going to do it again? And it sort of becomes this self-perpetuating nightmare. Adrian seems to be having some issues getting the bracket boards to publish. So what's going on over there, Hot Rod?
Well, it's updated, but I can't get it to publish to the website. And I'm not sure why.
Maybe you should give him a call.
I don't want to give them a call.
Oh, it's Saturday. They probably wouldn't answer anyway. You got a pretty good bounce off that side rail. He's going to take the 4 ball up in the corner. And he has to get around the 7 and the 8 in order to have a shot on the 6.
Can we switch to the other camera? Please.
So he decided to ameliorate that situation by just bringing the cue ball straight down that rail. And he's going to try to take the 6 on the side, which he will probably bump into that 8 ball, is my guess. It's kind of hard to tell from the monitor what's going to happen with that, but that would be my guess of what will occur. Yep. And now he has to make sure he doesn't want to get too close to that 7. That's pretty good. Now he can do a couple of things here. He could follow it up just a little bit. He could just do a stop shot, take the 8 in the side, float over to the rail, and take the 7 in the corner. Oh, wow. Wow, that was a critical error. He actually just overcut that a little bit and went into the side rail, and he has left a perfect opening for Miguel here to get himself on the hill. So Adrian was correct. It has gone hill.
I knew it. Of course, they're a little off on the time. I guess that 2-minute game just kind of threw me a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it kind of did. So there we go. So we now have a hill match. I've kind of lost track. I don't think we have asked a trivia question for this match yet, so why don't we go ahead and do that? And here we go. Who said, fortunately, it doesn't seem to have made a lot of difference to my audience that I'm as bald as a billiard ball? Who said, fortunately, it doesn't seem to have made much difference to my audience that I'm as bald as a billiard ball?